of what he took away 20 years ago. Mr. Biya is very insensitive to our feelings. This is why he has made it impossible for the coming into being of a real constitution. All institutions of the state could derive their legitimacy and legal sanctions. That enhances his power as a dictator to make Omar in our territory. Thus, he can decide to take away our legal rights for empty promises. It is incredible that Mr. Biya offered no solutions at all to the problem of jobless youths who, after university education, are still depending on their poor parents for their survival. Fellow citizens, La République's despot does not seem to read the bold handwriting on the wall. Happily, of course, your council has achieved a huge diplomatic breakthrough towards the restoration of our statehood. The United Nations formally and by conduct responded to our June 1st, 1995 petition and its many follow-up correspondences against La République du Cameroon's annexation of our country by its presentation of two framed, separate, distinct maps of La République du Cameroon and our country, the Southern Cameroons, during the 50th anniversary celebration of their independence on May 20th, 2010 in Yaoundé. The UN delegation was led by His Excellency Dr. Ali Abdul Salam Triki, Libya's Minister of African Union's Affairs, then President of the 64th session of the United Nations General Assembly. On behalf of the people of the Southern Cameroons and on my humble self, we are obliged to the United Nations for honoring its word as per its letter to us dated February 12, 2007. This official public UN handover of two maps has made as more to its immediate significance than meets the eye, especially as the distinguished guest was the President of the UN General Assembly, the UN organ empowered by Article 85 of the UN Charter to exercise all functions of the United Nations with regard to trust territories. It was in that capacity that the United Nations began the superfluous yet futile exercise, the future of the Cameroons under the United Kingdom's administration, Agenda Item 13, which ended up as United Nations General Assembly Resolution 1608-15. La République du Cameroon prevented a de jure union from coming into being by fraud and insidious manipulations. Thus, a de facto union came into existence. They then sought and occupied the Southern Cameroons illegally, militarily, and administratively, with horrible consequences to our utter detriment. It is that UN official body, the United Nations General Assembly, that had the legal right to end the de facto union after La République du Cameroon's official and legal secession. Ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate your hard-working council very immensely for this mammoth achievement. Exercising, therefore, the responsibility and power conferred on me by your council and our founding fathers, His Excellency Dr. Jongu Fonche and His Excellency Solomon Tendeng Muna, both former Prime Ministers of Southern Cameroons and Vice President of the failed United Nations Federation, the following changes are due and come into effect from today. 1. The Southern Cameroons National Council, SCNC, becomes the Council of State, COS. 2.